Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video we have kind of part 2 to my recent lipstick declutter. If you are new here, my name is Natalie. I post videos all about makeup and beauty. If you like what you see here today, I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave, but why don't we get started? So I have just literally this second finished filming my lipstick declutter, and I did have this pile of lipsticks in my maybe pile. Because it is quite a large pile, I didn't go through it there and then in the video, and I have decided that I do want to give these lipsticks one last chance. So technically this is part 2 to my lipstick declutter, but this is also kind of like a chopping block video. So in case you can spot them here, these all have orange stickers on, and the way I did my lipstick declutter, because I did have at the time I started my declutter 150 lipsticks in my collection. I didn't want to just go through and kind of sit and do it this way. I wanted to try every lipstick one more time. So it did take me a few months, and my process was I was kind of labeling them up with these little stickers. Anything with a red sticker was an immediate declutter, and anything with an orange sticker was a product that I felt like deserved another chance, and I didn't want to immediately get rid of it, which is why we are now here. So I will link my kind of part 1 declutter in the cards above, but for today we are going through the products that just about survive by the skin of their teeth. So I'll just go through and show you all the lipsticks that are contained in this. I'm going to go through kind of like I did first time round and use each of these lipsticks one more time and then make a definitive answer as to whether I want to keep them or not. So I do have 31 lip products here, so in theory this should take me a month to complete this challenge, but obviously there are days where I don't wear lipstick, so it may take me a little bit more than a month, but I will come back and do a follow-up, and then that will be kind of the definitive end of my lipstick declutter. And this all stemmed from me doing a lipstick collection video a few months ago and realizing just how many I had. So let's go through all the products I have here. The first couple are products from the Kiko Milano, and I believe these are both lip glosses but with slightly different formulas. This one is a latex shine lip lacquer, but it kind of wore like a lip gloss, and then this one here is a 3D Hydra lip gloss. So with Kiko Milano they don't have shade names, they just have numbers, so this one is 04 and this one is 08. I think with these, my preference when it comes to lip glosses or products like that is I like them to be quite opaque, and if I remember rightly these two were both quite sheer, so it just wasn't my preference. I don't think they were overly sticky, which is another thing with lip glosses. No one likes a sticky lip gloss, so I'll need to give these one more chance. And looking down now, I think I do have a couple of lip liners here which I can pair them with, which is good because then that means I can actually try 2 products in one day. So let me just pick up these lip liners. I think it is just these 2. No, we have a third one here. So this first one is from number 7 and is a precision lip pencil, and I think this is just in the shade Nude. Can't remember what the problem was with this one. It might have just been down to personal preference with shade, because looking at the cap it does look like quite a light nude, but we will see how that one goes. Then I have this one from Colourpop. This is one of the lippy pencils in BFF2. Again, I think this was down to shade preference because I do quite like this lip formula. And then we have this one from Dose of Colours. This one is in the shade Floral. Looking at the band here, the lighting's not the best, I apologise. It does look like it is a pink lip liner, but this one does actually go on kind of like an orangey pink. So I don't absolutely love the shade, but that's not the reason why this one is a maybe. When I went to use this one, it just kept snapping whenever I was using it. So I would wind it up and it would just kind of crumble on my lips, which is such a shame because when I used it as part of my first experiment, it was the first time I was ever using it and it just immediately started to crumble. So I'm hoping it was just possibly the top end of this that was broken, but the rest of it's okay because the shade is quite unique to my collection. So I would like to keep this one, but if it's just going to keep falling apart and ending up on the carpet, it needs to go. Then I have a couple of lippy sticks from Colourpop. We have the shades Parker, which is a matte, and then we have the shade Who Run This, which is in the Matte X formula. I think the reason for this one is because it is quite a orangey shade on me, which I don't absolutely love. I do quite like this formula because it is really long lasting, but I just don't think I absolutely love this shade. But I do believe it is one that I got in a mystery box. As to this one in the shade Parker, to be honest, when I seen this with an orange sticker on, I was actually quite surprised because I didn't think I would declutter this one. But now I think about it, this was one that I think was quite drying on the lips. It may have just been the day that I had dry lips, I'm not too sure, which is why I want to give it one more go because I do think I quite like this shade. Then I have a cream lip stain in from Sephora Collections. This one is in the shade 85. I think I have about 3 of these in my collection and I do absolutely love the formula. Because Sephora is not available here in the UK, every time I go to a Sephora wherever in the world, I do always try and pick one of these up because I do really like the formula. I think this is one of the older ones I have in my collection and I have probably had this for a few years now. So I think the last time I used it, it didn't perform the best. And also because it is quite a pinky shade, I mustn't have been feeling it that day. When it comes to my preferences with shades, I do like to lean more towards a pinky nude than a kind of outright pink. So I think that's why this one is in here. This is one I'm thinking may be able to rescue itself. Then I have a lipstick from Proper Beauty. This one is in the shade Closer. This one is in this pile because it is a very deep chocolate brown and is a very intimidating lipstick. This I got because I had been down to try the formula and did pick it up with 2 others because I think at the time of purchase I had a really good deal. So I picked up a few and kind of gambled with a shade. Love the formula, really comfortable, decently long lasting, but I find this one quite intimidating. So I'm going to have a play with this one and see if I can perhaps go in with a lighter hand. Then I have this one from Revolution. This was in collaboration with Friends and is the Rachel shade. Got suckered in by packaging, nearly kept it because of the packaging, but I just don't reach for it because it is quite a purpley pink shade, which I just don't feel like it suits me at all. This one is probably one that I should just straight declutter, but the packaging and the fact that it's Friends made me keep it and put it in the maybe pile. This one from Jaclyn Cosmetics is one of the lip cushions in the shade Sincerely Yours. I think this one was just okay. I think it went on quite nice. The colour was just okay. I think at the day I decided to give this one an orange sticker, I was feeling brutal, so didn't love it. So thought I'd get rid of it. Perhaps that's a good thing if I'm not loving it. I need to just get rid of it. So I'm not too sure how this one's going to fare. Then I have this lipstick from Kiko Milano. This one I think is in the shade 02. And I think this was because it was a quite pink lipstick. Yeah, so that one's just down to shade. Some of these were probably just given an orange sticker because the day I put them on I wasn't feeling the exact shade. So I am intrigued as to how many of these I do decide to keep. Then we have this lip pencil from Amika. This is the Certified Organic Lipstick Crayon. This is in the shade Rose Petal. This is an absolutely gorgeous shade. The formula is really nice. It's really comfortable on the lips. But it is a wooden pencil, which I'm not a huge fan of, especially because it does smell very woody and it does put me off. And okay, it is slightly drying if I'm honest. So this one, I'm really unsure which way this one's going to go because the shade is absolutely stunning. Then I have this one from number 7. This one is in the shade Desert Rose. I can't remember why this one is in here at all. This one is a pretty shade if I remember rightly. Maybe perhaps it's slightly more nudie than I tend to go for. We'll see what happens with this one. Then I have a liquid lipstick in from Ofra in the shade Charmed. I think this one is in here because it is starting to go bad. I think the last time I used it, it was a little bit more drying than it usually is and was perhaps a little bit crumbly on the lips. Otherwise, I do really like this formula and I like this shade, so that's the only reason why I think this might be a maybe. Then I've got one here from Primark. This is one of their liquid lipsticks. Really nice formula, very comparable to the Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks. I think this one is just down to shade because this one's quite a bright pink on me. I don't think this one's going to survive, if I'm honest. I've got this one from Colourpop, and this is one of their Luxe liquid lipsticks in the shade Flynn. I used to absolutely love this formula, and I was quite surprised to see this with an orange sticker on the top. I really can't remember why I put this one in here. The only thing I can think of is that my preferences have changed and I don't love it as much as I once did, or it's perhaps going bad, so I'll see how this one works out. I've got this lipstick from Makeup Forever. This one is in the shade C211. It's a really pretty pink shade. It is the kind of right level of pink that I like to go for, but I think this one has started to melt in the tube, so it's going bad. I think I just needed to see kind of how much it leaned on the last time that I used it to make a decision, but I think this one's probably going to be going. Then I've got this one from Wonder Beauty. This is the Lip Setter Dual Lipstick and Liner. Really pretty shade, and it's a lipstick on one side and a lip pencil on the other. I think I have possibly dropped this one too many times, and every time I use the lip pencil it does fall out. And then the lipstick, even though it's a nice shade, it's not my favorite formula, so I think that's why this one's on the chopping block. These two liquid lipsticks from Nabla. These are their cream liquid lipstick formula. I've only used these a couple of times and I don't think I absolutely love them. These are in the shade My Rules and Hedonist. I think this one was slightly too dark on me, and I think this one was slightly too of a brownie nude. And because I didn't love the formula, that's why I've decided to put these ones on the chopping block. Another one, again, surprised me, from Colourpop. This is one of their Luxe lipsticks, another one of my favourite formulas, and this one is in the shade Ariel. It is a really pretty nude, but it is one I have had in my collection for quite a while, so I'm wondering whether the last time I used this one, I thought it had possibly been going bad, so that's why I put an orange sticker on it, but we'll see once I've used that one. Then I have a lip crayon from Bite Beauty. This is one of their Power Move Creamy Matte Lip Crayons in the shade Leche. Hard lipstick to open. This is a really pretty shade. It does look nice on the lips, but this one didn't kind of taste the best. It already felt like it had gone bad even when it was brand new. So this is one that I just need to see, and if it doesn't taste very nice or doesn't smell very nice when I use it, I will get rid of it, which is such a shame because it is relatively new to my collection and is a really pretty shade. I've got this lip liner from Diego de la Palma in the shade 80. I think my problem with this was it is quite a stiff pencil and it's quite hard to go on the lips. It is quite drying, especially because I like to fill in my lips with my lip liner, so I think that's why this one's here. Then I have this dual-ended lipstick from e.l.f. and this one is in the shade I Love Pinks. It is supposedly a day to night lipstick. This one is in here because I only love half of it. On one side here you have a very bright hot pink, which I think I've used once. And then on this shade here you have a really nice neutral pink tone. I wish I could kind of just keep half of this, but because every time I reach for it, I'm annoyed that I don't use this side. That's what's making me want to declutter it, because I do have enough pink lipsticks in my collection. But I feel like with this one, I just wanted to use it one last time, which is why I gave it an orange sticker. Then we have another Primark liquid lipstick. Again, really nice formula. This one's just down to shade. It is quite a neutral brown. And I actually have had these in my collection for a while now, so this one's probably going to get decluttered as well. Then a liquid lipstick from Nip and Fab. This one is in the shade Marshmallow. I think this one was quite drying and it was also quite a light nude on me, so I didn't love how this one looked, but it wasn't completely terrible, so I'll see how this one goes. I have a lipstick from MAC. This one is in the shade Whale. I do really like the formula of this. I just think the shade is a bit too of a deep brown shade for me, because I don't tend to reach for those kind of shades very often. It is only a mini lipstick, but if it's a shade I'm not going to reach for, it's still a waste in my collection. Then I have this one from Revolution Pro. This is a Pro Supreme lipstick in the shade Instigator. It's a really nice pink shade. I can't remember why this one is in here. I can only think it's because of the age of it, because this is one of the oldest lipsticks in my collection. Even though I think it performed okay and the shade was still okay, but I'll see how this one goes. Then I've got this lip gloss from Juvia's Place. This one is in the shade Sophisticada. This is one that I think I got as part of a mystery box from Juvia's Place, and whilst it's not a terrible lip gloss, it's just not quite as pigmented as I would like, and it is a little bit sticky, so I just need to give this one last go. And then finally we have this dual-ended lipstick from She Glam. This is the Glam 101 and is in the shade Soft Chai. When I purchased this one, I was obviously going off lip swatches online on the Shein website, and this one looked like a really pretty nudie pink shade, but when it came, it is actually quite a deep, almost brownie shade on me, so it isn't the shade I was expecting, and I don't think I love the formula enough to keep this one. But I have literally only tried this product twice. I think when I first purchased this, I did a try on video of it, and then I think I've used it one more time since, so I feel like I need to use something at least 3 times before I can decide whether to declutter it or not. So that is all the lipsticks that are on my chopping block. Like I say, I'm hoping that I should be able to get through these over the space of a month and then decide once and for all which of my lipsticks I'm getting rid of. I will link my part 1 declutter in the cards above. Be sure to check that out to see what other lipsticks I'm getting rid of. And then I will do a follow-up once I've gone through all these lipsticks, and I'm actually going to keep to one side the lipsticks from my previous declutter, so I can do one big number at the end to see how many I've gotten rid of. But other than that, that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.